Bruce Anstey on his #1 bike led the pack away. But it was Conor Cummins who set the pace with an opening lap speed of 131.182. On lap 2, the king of the mountain, John McGuinness, picked up the baton with a blistering speed of 131.135. Australia's Cameron Dunn had pulled up in lap 1, but by the time the top 4 had left the pits after lap 2, there was just 6 seconds between them. But what was developing into a thrilling race suddenly came to a stop after the race was red flagged. Guy Martin had come off his bike, the bike had caught fire, and the fire brigade were at the scene. The riders were called back to Parc Ferme, where they waited anxiously.
So #1 again will be Bruce Anstey. The Kiwi sets off again and heads off down towards Bray Hill. Front wheel up in the air as he tears over the traffic lights there. The man poised with the yellow flag. John McGuinness, #2, sets off.
Yep, then #3, Locker behind him. This is John McGuinness going down Bray Hill, first time.
He knows he's got to go fast. He knows that Hutchinson's behind him. #4, a bit of a wobble there, but of course brand new rear tyre, full tank. And this is the man that we know is going to be chasing him. #4, Ian Hutchinson, going for that 5th win this week.
Yeah, and determined to make a good start. Tends to want to settle into a race. He's determined to get going from the off this time.
Leaves everywhere, on board with him, over Aggo's leap, trying to lean up the front. They use the rear brake a lot at this point, trying to keep the front there. And a shot of Hutchie coming down. This is, look at this, front wheel in the air and the rear stepping out, James.
Yep, and at 160 miles an hour at this point.
Check that mudguard out. The force is going through that bike.
Yeah, we're looking now at Bruce Anstey. He's through Ballaspur and on towards the Glen Helen section. This is Conor Cummins. He's about to get away.
The local boy has come so close to winning a senior race last year, ended up runner-up, but there he goes to see what he can do.
And news from Glen Helen, your taxi driver, #2, John McGuinness, now just half a second down on Ian Hutchinson, who now leads this race.
And he can't afford to get held up by this man, Bruce Anstey, as they both land at the same time and fire it off up towards Ballagarey, that other amazing jump.
Yep, and he's not going to be able to get past Anstey at this point because he has to go from curb to get lined up, and he's going to have a go before Ballagarey jump.
Yeah, John McGuinness, he hasn't had a great week, but he is still very fast. He loves the superbike. He's so stylish, and it's got to be full commitment with one of these bikes. And here is the man that is that .7 in front of him, Ian Hutchinson. He's up at the veranda here now, through the left-hander, through the next left here, and then there's 3 right-handers, but this is incredibly fast through here. Beautiful views, but he's not got time to look at them.
Yep. No way has he got time to look. And that's another, and that's a big wobble for Ian Hutchinson there. Quite bumpy in places at the veranda. This is what it looked like from the helicopter.
Oh, and you can see it tying itself in a knot there, that steering damper having to work overtime as Hutchie was fighting with that bike. That's #7, Michael Dunn, not climbing the hill. I'm not sure if that bike sounded perfectly okay, but he's still there in 4th spot.
Yeah, we're looking backwards from Michael Dunlop's Honda now. And I don't know whether it's going just so quick. It isn't.
It's not. He's out.
And this shouldn't be happening, Steve. He shouldn't be coming. This is Cam Donald after 1 lap. He's not doing.
No, what is going on at the moment? The poor lad. But there's the confirmation we spoke about. .6 between Hutchinson and McGuinness. Cummins there in 3rd, and more Farquhar and Anstey there, you can see, in 6th.
We've got a proper race on his hands. But Donald now out and off the bike. That looks like his race is done.
There goes McGuinness, looking smooth, plenty of road left there, of course, and we're on board with him now. He is always Mr. Smooth.
Absolutely, yeah, into the Glen Helen section, tree-lined, picturesque.
Yeah, the revs go up and down as that tyre goes over onto the smaller part when you get these bikes laid over.
Yeah, and this is where you don't want to catch a back marker because it is absolutely curb to curb. And this doesn't look so good. He's not going so quick here, Steve.
No, I think it's cut. The bike is stopped. Yeah, another time for the HM plant team. That's out, isn't it?
Yep, and that's at Glen Helen, and he's out of this race. That's stopped virtually.
Well, he's got a pub to walk back to, but yeah, it just isn't happening for John McGuinness this year. It didn't last year with that chain break in this same race.
Or the HM Plant Honda team.
But it is working all right for this man. #10, Conor Cummins, is there, so that's moved him up now into 2nd place.
Yep. This is Hutchinson now with Bruce Anstey. Bruce Anstey still going strong. And causing Hutchinson some trouble. He's through now.
Oh,
no,
he's not.
He isn't.
No, he's not. That is always an awkward section through here to try and pass, so he is getting held up now. Little will he know that his main competitor, John McGuinness, has gone out at this point.
Yeah, this is Greaver Bridge. He'll know pretty soon, because I think Hutchinson's got a signal board just coming out of the next proper corner, which is Ballagarey.
And there he is, number 4, Hudson. He now has a 3-second advantage over Conor Cummins. The young Ramsey man would be keen to get his first ever TT win. Of course, he was leading the race on Saturday when the machine broke.
Yeah, good shots, him trying to squeeze that huge frame as if ever he's behind the fairing.
He had a clutch issue. They couldn't get the bike changing gear properly, broke the gearbox in the end, I think. There goes number 12, Ryan Farquhar.
What a week he's had. He just hasn't put a foot wrong. And he's waving at the helicopter.
Yeah, and probably getting a tear-off at the same time. Not much time around this circuit to start taking those tear-offs. They normally have at least 2 on for the flies. Here comes Cummins. Look at him buried underneath the screen there. I'm sure everyone in Ramsey's got lots of neighbours and friends around this area.
Yeah, all his mates will be out. This is where he lives. This is coming out of Ramsey, up May Hill towards the hairpin.
Just a few little damp patches under the trees that I saw this morning when I did a lap, but he's holding station. It's 3.2 seconds. It's not changing a lot. He's still pushing on. Into the bungalow, and the sun's still out. Now that is Ryan Farquhar. Conor Cummins has not come through. He was in front of this man, Ryan Farquhar.
Yeah, number 10 Cummins should have been through already.
On board with Ian Hutchinson. So now the lead that Ian Hutchinson will have is 27 seconds over Keith Moore back in second, and Ryan Farquhar up to third. But word is coming through that, unfortunately, Conor Cummins has crashed on the veranda. Well, the Bingley Bullet came here with 3 TT wins. He could get 5 in a week, making a total of 8.
Yep, heading off down the Bray Hill section. Who's in? That's Ian Locker. He's in. Keith Moore's on his way out.
Yeah, and Locker going well. You've been saying that he's the elder gentleman, but he's still got some fire in him. He's really going well. Locker there in 5th.
Absolutely, yeah. He's 46 years old, but knows his way around this place like the back of his hand. There we go. And that's about as out of shape as we've seen Hutchie all week.
It is. He's. I think he's probably backed off a little bit, but there goes the number 5 bike of Keith Moore. Well, just the run up to the finishing line. What sort of reception is he going to get? He has a good old look over his shoulder. There's no one around at all. And he comes up here. This is fabulous. Oh, it's Superman. He nearly loses it, but he's done it. Ian Hutchinson. That has made a total of 8 TT wins, 5 this week.
It is unbelievable, you know. Luck's just been on our side so much this week, and I'll certainly never ever complain if I ever break down again, you know. It's I've had my bad years here, and I'm going to enjoy the good year.